Yeah. We'll just make a big circle. We'll make it circle a little bit here. Pull you back just a little bit, just so we can everybody in. Let's show that one over. Yeah. Just take it. Sit down, everybody. Welcome to our office. Okay, welcome, everybody. Nice to see all of you.
Well, Mr. DeWine, as you know, Ohio Now wrote a letter in January, which we responded to in a very timely manner, about charging Michael Nodianos with the crime of failure to report a rape, which is a felony and chargeable under Ohio statute. We're not sure if you've continued your investigation or you've made a determination on that, but let me explain why we believe that that's so important at this time. First of all, we've been able to collect 85,000 signatures asking, and they're from around the world as well as the country, asking that you do charge Mr. Nodianos with failure to report a crime. And the reason behind that is that clearly from his video 12-minute presentation, he not only took it as a joke and felt not compelled to try to help that girl or stop it or make a report, but that there was nothing that stopped him from making a big joke of it. There was no culture that intervened and said, this is not a joke, this is a crime. It's a horrible thing that's happening to this young girl. And where were the other kids? Where were the girls? Where were they not helping their sister, not helping their girlfriend? They need to realize that if they don't help each other, then they'll be in that circumstance with nobody helping. And we need to get to, I was a public school teacher and currently a member of the president of a Board of Education. And I believe that we need to get through the schools and through the athletic programs some character building and saying, like underage drinking or drug use, rape and sexual assault are simply not acceptable. They're crimes. It's not a joke. Domestic violence isn't something socially acceptable, nor is rape. And you can't continue to blame the victim and say, well, maybe when she was unconscious, she wasn't objecting. It's just a culture that needs to be changed. We need to tell these young men in athletic groupings or whatever groupings that that's not something they can be proud of and brag about, but that's something that they should intervene. Now, if we get to the place where the culture changes enough that bystanders feel comfortable intervening and saying, this needs to be stopped, I'm calling the police, and they know that they'll be followed up, they know somebody out there takes the crime of rape seriously enough that they will make that charge and they will make it stick, then it will begin to be reduced to the point where it's not so prevalent. The worst thing about this crime in Steubenville, and it was a crime, is not that it was so ugly and horrible and disgusting, but that it's so ordinary. It happens all the time across the state, across the country, in high schools, and people don't intervene. They're either embarrassed about it or they don't care about it. Girls are reluctant to report. If we changed the culture, victims would be more willing to come forward because they believe something would be done to the perpetrator and they wouldn't have to go through a ringer of humiliation in the process. So what we're asking you to do is be at the forefront, be a leader in beginning to change the culture of rape in Ohio.